Hi everybody and welcome to this unbelievable, amazing, special episode of Shift Happens, where we're sitting down with the Yawanawa tribe from the Brazilian Amazon. How lucky are we, and how lucky are you now to be listening? So let's just get into it.
Okay.
Ready to start? See.
How's your house?
That was It's made me cry. Yes,
Mas vai chorar.
Yeah, it really has. Thank you.
Muito gratidão.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah,
Então, eu me chamo Luan.
So my name is Lua in the Portuguese, and that's the easiest to remember. But in the native language, my name is Yawanawa. So this name was given to me by my father, Kasiki Mashawa. I am from the Yawanawa people. There is currently 19 villages based on the the Gregorio River, and I'm from the village of Yavarani, which where my father, he is the leader, paje, Kasiki of this village, Kasiki Mashawa. So I'm following in these footsteps of our elders. There is as well my uncle, Katayua. So they are sharing their wisdom, and there's these holders of wisdom, and I'm following in their path of like learning the Yawanawa culture and profounding my studies. So we, as I said, we are the people of the boar, we are the people of unity, and I'm really grateful that I could share this with all of you, and as well, we are the people who brings joy, the celebration, and yeah, this is who we are.
I just want to start by saying we are so honoured and privileged that you're here today, and so honoured of all the healing that you've brought to this space, the purity that you've brought to this space. I can't find the words. Can I just ask about the song that you've just sang, because it's made me so emotional. Yeah, I didn't know whether it was...
Esse Saiti foi uma canção que veio para mim dentro do meu segundo Samakai.
So this song which I was singing, this song arrived to me through my second diet, which I've done in the forest, in isolation.
Essa canção ela fala sobre o meu avô, Yawarani.
So this song is talking about my grandfather, Yawarani.
Meu avô ele foi um grande ancião, um grande mestre, um grande líder para o povo Yawanawa no mundo da espiritualidade.
So my grandfather, he was a great master, he was a great leader in the Yawanawa culture.
E essa canção foi uma homenagem a ele também, que veio para mim dentro da força, uma maneira de expressar a minha gratidão, uma maneira de expressar o que eu sinto, né, esse carinho, esse amor que ele também espalhava para todos nós.
So for him, this song arrived as a homage to his grandfather, and also all the gratitude towards him, and the culture and the leadership he was holding, and so yeah, this song is representing his gratitude towards his grandfather.
Meu avô ele fez a passagem com 106 anos, já faz eu acho que 4 anos aproximadamente, quase 5 anos que ele fez a passagem.
So his grandfather passed away when he was 106-year-old, and it's 4 years ago he passed away.
160.
Six.
Oh, 106.
106.
Yeah.
6.
Maybe I was picking up on the emotion from that then.
Ele fala um pouco sobre isso, né, os caminhos que que vamos seguir dele. Fala sobre também o seu espírito, que ainda a gente sente a força, a presença, né?
So it is talking about the spirit and the essence and the force.
Nós falamos sobre o nosso velho, né, como se fosse o nosso maestro, uma forma de engrandecer ele pela sua sabedoria.
So as well as their elder, as their master, and as well giving thanks to all the wisdom he shared with them.
Tá com alguns anos que ele fez a sua passagem, mas ele permanece ainda firme nos nossos corações, no nosso pensamento, nas nossas canções, né?
So even he passed away, but he is very strong his presence is very strong in our songs, in our minds, and also in his spirit.
Spirit,
Sim. E cada vez que nós cantamos é para sentir a presença dele, essa energia boa, né, positiva que ele sempre emanava às pessoas.
So each time when you are singing this, it is like feeling the essence, the good energy, his presence, and
so that's really is perfect point to lead into what does it mean to be Yawanawa?
O povo Yawanawa é o conhecido como o povo da queixada, o animal, né, nós conhecemos como queixada, o javali. É um povo da união, é um povo do compartilhamento. É um povo que está sempre unido entre nós, entre o povo, entre as famílias.
So, what the Yawanawa does mean, it is people of the boar. So for them, this animal represents them, the people of the unity, the people of sharing, and that represents the Yawanawa.
E aí esse animal, ele tem uma espécie que tem umas, né, como se fosse umas coroazinhas brancas, né, que é essa que nós também damos nome de Yawanawa.
So the animal has on the top side has like a pele de branca.
Sim, sim.
So it is like a white patches on the back, and that also signifies the Yawanawa.
Yeah. So your culture, I can just feel the energy from you both, and to live in the forest, to live with nature, and to be so connected to nature, to me, and I know to Kerry, is just the most beautiful thing in the world. How do you kind of interact on a daily basis? How is that connection, and why is that connection so important?
Sim, minha conexão com a natureza, nós vivenciamos no dia a dia da nossa vida, né? A gente poder acordar todos os dias com o som da natureza, com o canto, com o que a natureza pode nos proporcionar, né? Como vida, como uma forma de a gente aprender com ela também sobre, né, a natureza, a sua essência, sobre a sua humildade, simplicidade. Assim a gente vai aprendendo, né, com a natureza. E isso vai transmitindo para a nossa vida, tudo isso, né? A gente vai pegando, aprendendo e colocando em prática também na nossa vida.
So we wake up with nature every single day, and for us, like when we wake up, we feel her, we also dream with her, and it's really bringing that humility and essence and the purity into our daily lives, and as well how we can apply all of this into our lives and integrate the nature into our lives.
A natureza, ela está em todos os lugares, né? A sua essência, com a sua beleza.
Because nature is in every single place around the world with its essence and a beauty.
E toda a natureza também, nós temos o entendimento que tudo ela tem a sua energia, o seu espírito.
And all nature, we understand that it has its own energy and its spirit.
Então nós conseguimos manter essa conexão mais forte ainda com a natureza, com o que ela nos proporciona.
So we also are able to reinforce that connection with the nature, and every single day the connection is stronger.
Yeah. And how do you feel that connection every day? What part of your daily rituals or daily life brings in, that connection? So I suppose, how do you live on a daily basis?
Sim. Nós também mantemos esse contato ao feitio das medicinas, que nós estamos sempre fazendo, né? O feitio, tendo esse contato com as medicinas, de poder prepará-las, de poder tirá-las da floresta, né? Com muito amor, com muito carinho, a gente pede permissão, tira, já vai tendo esse contato, né? E a gente prepara ela com muito amor, com muito carinho, para a gente poder assim se fortalecendo ainda mais com as energias que elas vão nos transmitir daquilo.
So especially for them, it's through their medicines. Yes. Like all the medicines they are using of the nature in their daily basis, in their culture, like how they harvest it, how they prepare the medicines, and that's actually how on the daily basis they are connecting to nature through their medicines which they are using for their culture, and as well how they are making them, and as well through that they are creating this connection with the nature.
Which is just beautiful. So here in the West, I think I told you the story. I watched a documentary about 12 people from all over the world, from Western cultures, who were very poorly. I think they had cancer, Parkinson's disease, lots of different diseases that they weren't healing from here in our society. And so they went to the Amazon. They worked with shamans, or you don't call it that culture, Page. And they spent, I can't remember how long it was, but they all healed through medicine, through integrating this, connecting with their own spirit, connecting with the spirit of nature. And they all healed apart from one. And it blows my mind. I don't know how you feel about that you have such beautiful gifts, on your doorstep. And what does he say to that, really? What's his answer to that, really?
Eu acho assim, né? Primeiramente, também não tinha me apresentado, né? Na língua do meu povo, eu me chamo Yawanawa. Sou dos jovens que estou estudando também o caminho da espiritualidade do meu povo. É algo muito profundo, muito sério que a gente vem se dedicando ao longo dos anos da nossa vida.
So firstly, he said also I didn't represent myself firstly, so I'm just gonna do that. So in the native language of the Yawanawa, his name is Yawanawa, and he is the young generation of the Yawanawa people who are continuing that path and who are profounding their studies in the connection to the nature.
Na nossa floresta amazônica existem milhares de espécies de medicinas, de plantas que nos ajudam nesse caminho, nesse tratamento. Yeah.
So in our forest, in the Amazon forest, there is millions of plants who are actually helping us, and helping us how to heal.
Então nós temos medicina para tudo para todo tipo de situação, de uma doença ou de algo que a pessoa esteja querendo tratar na sua vida. Nós temos todo tipo de medicina. Cada uma delas tem a sua energia, tem a sua essência, a sua maneira de trabalhar.
So in the forest we have medicines for everything, and every single plant, every single forest has a different spirit, and also is different way how that plant is working. So also we have the medicine for everything in the forest.
Elas traz assim a sua maneira de cura, mas tudo depende muito de nós, de cada um de nós. Quando nós acreditamos, quando nós abrimos a nossa mente para poder acreditar na mudança que a medicina vai fazer em nossas vidas. Eu posso acreditar que ela vai fazer uma mudança muito grande e ser curado. Pela minha fé, porque eu acreditei, porque eu estou depositando, estou abrindo a minha mente. Mas se uma outra pessoa ela não abre a mente dela com a mesma medicina, se ela não acredita, se ela fecha a mente dela para aquilo, o processo dela pode ser mais devagar, pode ser mais, ela pode chegar à cura, receber o momento da cura, mas vem de uma forma mais lenta, mais devagar. Então, na verdade, para a gente poder ter essas curas, como a gente fala das medicinas, a parte mais fundamental e mais importante que eu acho é quando a gente abrimos nosso coração para poder se conectar com a natureza, com as medicinas. Esse é ponto muito bom.
So especially what they say at the beginning, like the medicine, all the medicines, like how they work and if they help somebody, very depends on ourselves, if we believe it. Yes. And if you open our minds and if you open our hearts to actually receive that healing and believe that, yes, this is going to help me. Because he can believe it and it's going to help, these medicines, but the other person, they can be more skeptical and their minds are more closed and the hearts are more closed. So in that case, yes, the medicine is working, but it could take way longer time for them to receive the healing. Yes. So it is very important how much you believe in the process that it actually can help you.
Yeah. I think everyone on this planet at one point, if we go back, millennia, realized that healing, that Mother Earth gives us everything that we need to heal, and inside and within us is everything that we need to heal. I just think our culture, especially Western culture, has lost touch with that, and we are working so hard to bring that back into our hearts and our spirits. Do you?
Yeah, I was going to say, in your observation of coming over to the UK and viewing the Western culture, why do you think people are so disconnected from themselves and nature?
Então, nós temos dois mundos, como eu gosto de falar. Nós temos o mundo físico, que nós vivemos na matéria, e também nós temos o mundo espiritual, que é um outro mundo da qual nós não conseguimos ver, mas nós conseguimos sentir esse mundo espiritual. As pessoas passam muito tempo, às vezes, criando atividades para a sua vida no dia a dia, rotinas, como fala, né, de trabalho, mas às vezes esquece um pouco de tirar um pouco do seu tempo para ligar para a espiritualidade, que é um ponto muito forte na nossa vida, né, que a espiritualidade é tudo. Sem o nosso espírito, o nosso corpo ele deixa de existir. Então, se tirasse um pouco do tempo para poder olhar para dentro de si, né, da sua consciência, olhar para os seus sentimentos, poder tirar esse tempo para poder avaliar a sua vida, né, o que está faltando, não só.
So how he sees that there are two worlds from his perspective. There is a material world and there is the world of the spirituality. And a lot of us here, we are focused on that material world of like creating things very materially. But if people would even take a little bit of time to actually look inside and connect and self-reflect what is inside and connect what is there, he's saying that actually, that strongly we are connected and looking inside, that also has its effect on the outside world and what we are creating. So he's saying that we actually here, like if we would just take this little bit of time every day, look inside and self-reflect, instead of only be focused on that material world or whatever is like physically around, because this material world is going to leave anyway. Like everything is just going to be gone, but the spirit that's what's going to stay always. So it's really important for people to like really look in at least a little bit through their daily life.
I mean, I really want to touch, if he's comfortable with that, on the genocide that his tribe has suffered in the past. But before that, I just want to say, and then I really want to talk about the medicines as well, some of those. But what kind of wisdom would you give to us? No, what from kind of your spirit and you to us. What wisdom from the forest, really, the wisdom from the forest that we can bring into our everyday life now, from this moment onwards.
Então, que eu queria poder compartilhar com todo mundo, que as pessoas pudessem ouvir, sentir, né, e a gente poder, como eu estava falando, ter mais essa conexão, né, com dentro de nós, o nosso espírito, poder olhar mais para as coisas simples que nos faz bem do mundo, né, poder olhar mais para a natureza, como se ela estivesse aqui para poder ajudar o nosso processo de vida, cuidar da natureza, preservar, né? Porque todos nós sabemos, nós da floresta somos como os povos guardiões, que cuidamos da natureza, zelamos por ela, nos curamos com ela, aprendemos com ela, né? Então, para nós, a natureza é tudo, como se fosse a nossa vida também, né? As pessoas terem essa consciência de poder cuidar mais da nossa terra, cuidar mais, né, do nosso espaço, do ambiente, e assim poder também depositar mais amor nesse mundo, onde está precisando de mais amor, né? Poder olhar mais com humildade, poder ter mais humildade, poder ter um olhar de amor para um próximo, a poder ajudar as pessoas que nós nem conhecemos às vezes, muitas das vezes, mas para algo bom, para mudar o mundo. Nós não podemos mudar o mundo, fazer tudo.
So the message I would like to share, so it is about the connection to the nature, and we as a people of the forest, we are the guardians of the forest, and for us that's it, what we are taking care of, and also bringing that love, because there is, even if we don't know people, but we can have that humility and that love to bring a lot of darkness and be that light. And I always like to share this story of the hummingbird, and I really like to talk about this story a lot. And we all are doing a small part. We cannot, as a single person, we cannot save the world, we cannot save the humanity, but we all can do our small part of adding to that goodness. So there is a story of the hummingbird, that there was a fire in the forest, and he was this small bird was going to the river and putting the water in its mouth and was trying to seize the fire just by like putting the water, a little bit of water on the fire, and yes, it's even like a small bird, but he was doing its small part towards actually helping to cease the fire. So that's as well, this is the message I would like to share, that yes, we all of us have this small part in how we can actually help the world, because yes, we are like only one human being, but we are here, it's our responsibility to help in that way, and then if more of us are gonna come, then it makes a difference.
Absolutely. And actually what we are all trying to do is to bring our community back together, because we've become so disconnected, and now we want to bring everybody back together in love, in unity and community. And I think we can teach each other, but this is something beautiful we can learn from you, from what I want to say as well is we're all human. But at the end of the day, we're human beings, and I think our perception is that everything, in the forest is beautiful and wonderful, and there is no doubt that that you are not a million times more connected, to your spirit. But you have, and the Yawanawa have suffered trauma, and how do you, as a tribe and a collective, how have you dealt with that trauma? How come back from that trauma?
O povo Yawanawa, tempo a nossa cultura dia quase se acabou, né? Mas os velhos da época, que também são os grandes líderes hoje, uma forma de ele
so there was a day when almost nobody left from the Yawanawa people, and but thanks to their now elders and their ancestors, that they preserved that wisdom, and they start to because they couldn't speak their native language, they also couldn't sing in their native language in the past, but through these elders they have in their culture, these elders preserved it. And now he, as the young leader in their culture, he's following in this path, and he's studying, he's doing his diet, he's studying the language, so he can continue. And now he can say that as a Yawanawa culture, they are becoming very strong, but as well for him, that's why they are becoming strong, because they are present here, and people in the Western world are resonating with who they are. And for them as well, being here, it's helping their culture to becoming stronger, and for them to remember and have that intention to go deeper into their studies and go deeper into their language and learning from their elders and continue this path.
Yeah. So I would love to know what it means to be one of the younger generation leaders, elder, and what that journey comprises of, because I think it's lifelong, isn't it? It's lifelong until you're 106, 120, 130, however long. So what does that comprise of, and what does it mean?
Assim, para mim, hoje para mim como jovem, né, é ponto também muito forte, muito importante. No nosso povo também não são todos os jovens que estão conectados com esse mundo, né, da espiritualidade, trazendo as medicinas, trazendo as histórias. Então, para mim tem sido muito importante, né? Isso tem sido desafio também muito grande poder trazer isso, esse peso do povo Yawanawa comigo. Assim, eu estou criando uma história para minha vida, quando eu estiver mais na minha velhice. Eu vou ter mais experiência.
So what he was saying, that yes, as a young generation of the Yawanawa people, also not all of the young people are following in this path of the Yawanawa people, and as well as when he was younger, he also had this the world of drinking, and all that kind of. But then he realized that, but by this not focusing on my own ancestrality, on my own spirituality, I'm missing a very big part of my life. So for him, it is about continuing the studies and continuing profounding his studies in the medicine in the Yawanawa people, because his inspiration is his grandfather. That when he will arrive to that age, that he is writing his own story, and he wishes, that when he will arrive to that age, his story would be finished. Yes. So it is a living story and writing his own story, and then he can leave this world in peace, like with that conclusion of whatever his story was, as the story of his grandfather finished and then he passed away.
Absolutely lit up. I'm sitting here
I sent you as well, Louis.
I know she is, but you just lit up like the sunshine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lovely.
That's so. I always say so. Sorry about that, camera. So, I had a near-death experience, and my consciousness left my body. And since then, the forest has been calling me. Literally, it calls me. It calls me in my dreams. It calls me in my meditations. It calls me in my waking hour. And I've been saying for the past 2 years that I will go to the Amazon. And then all of a sudden, Beata arrives and you arrive. And the medicine is already in my heart, even though I have not had it. I understand on a spiritual level the importance of the respect. And so for me, it's always, I will go to the Amazon when it's sacred, and it needs to be sacred.
Mm-hmm.
That's my part. So that first, but how do you feel about kind of Western people coming across and taking the medicine?
Mm-hmm.
Because it actually upsets me a little bit that we don't see the sacredness of it, or some people don't understand the sacredness of it. And if I feel that, how do you feel about that?
Então, tudo, na verdade, tudo quando a gente vai, o nosso trabalho espiritual, quando a gente vai fazer, tudo vem através do respeito que nós impomos na medicina, que a gente deposita nela, né? Para a gente ver ela trabalhando com muito mais luz, muito mais clareza, é importante a gente ter esse respeito, ter essa conexão com a medicina, saber como trabalhar com ela, como lidar, como pedir, como chegar e pedir para ela, né? Não é só eu pegar, chegar, servir para as pessoas, deixar lá. Não, tem que ter o carinho, tem que ter ali a forma, a maneira de você chegar com delicadeza, para a medicina poder sentir essa energia positiva e ela vir trabalhando da maneira que ela tem para trabalhar em cada pessoa. Então é isso.
So for us, especially for us, it is a deep respect we work with these medicines and also with the medicine. It is a deep study, and also we are depositing the love and harmony and that peace into her. So actually, the way we work, that actually she can feel that essence of us, and she can feel that frequency of who we are. Because it's not about me just coming and like serving the medicine and then leaving everybody as they are. No, there is a deep respect and also deep responsibility towards actually doing this. So if people are coming with that respect, and if people feel that and doing their studies, then it is felt in the medicine, and this is the way how she is working, because she is there to work on every single person differently, but it is for us to have the responsibility how we are working with her, so people can feel her and whatever she wants to show us. And yes, she can come and she can tell you, yes, this is what you are doing wrong, this is what you're doing right, so she can also be very firm in all of that, and that's as well the part of the process, that she is there to show you what is actually not in alignment.
Really, what I'd just like to to finish off with is the rituals that you have within your culture on a weekly, daily basis, and the medicines that you use on a regular basis, and why and what they bring to you. And I have heard, and whether this is true, that each time you open the door, each time you take the medicine, You never know I never know what lesson is there.
Nas nossas cerimônias, as conduções, sempre eu gosto de, antes de começar o nosso trabalho, eu me reunir com minha esposa, né, para a gente poder, primeiramente, agradecer por aquele momento, para a gente entregar na mão do Grande Espírito o trabalho, para que as medicinas possam fazer da maneira dela, não da nossa maneira, porque nós não somos nada, né? A medicina, ela tem esse poder para ela poder mostrar, para ela poder curar, transformar. Então, nós deixamos que ela trabalhe da maneira dela. Por isso que cada cerimônia, ela vem de uma forma diferente, com uma força diferente, né? Porque a medicina, ela vem trabalhando, quando a gente faz isso, ela trabalha na nossa vida, sempre algo que a gente tem para trabalhar, mudar. Uma escuridão, um medo, um sentimento. Então ela vai sempre trabalhar de forma diferente dentro das cerimônias, né? Então a condução é ela que vai fazendo, é ela que vai nos levando. Quando estamos dentro da força, porque nós temos a nossa bebida, que nós tomamos para se conectar, que nós tomamos para a gente poder tirar esse momento para a nossa espiritualidade, né? Então quando nós tomamos a medicina, ela como vai conduzindo a nossa vida, esse caminho, ela vai mostrando, olha, é assim, tá desse jeito, aqui tá desse jeito, aqui tá desse jeito. Então aí cabe nós abrir o nosso coração para nesse momento a gente poder receber a mudança, acreditar, receber acreditar naquela mudança e receber, né?
Yeah, so he was saying, so he started with the medicine, and he always at the beginning of the ceremony he would give the thanks and respect, because actually the medicine knows it all, and she comes every single time with completely different force. And he was like, yeah, like I'm human, I don't know anything. You know, so you really surrender to that medicine to show you, and medicine is working in the way that aligns you, you know, and she's like, okay, this is this way or this is that way, you know, and then if you're kind of like going this way, and then she can bring you come back, you know, like it's kind of like doesn't work. So it is very much like surrendering and letting her to show you actually and give you the answers, and but also it is what we are depositing and how much we are believing in that healing. It's very much about that belief of like to receive. So for us, we are going to the ceremonies to trust that we are going to receive what we are here to receive from her. So and then outside of the ceremonies, we also have our rituals or what we are using. So the main medicine they're using is the medicine of Hape, but that serves, especially it's not for every single time or whenever. It serves for the concentration, especially if our minds are all over the place or if we feel that we are not connected, grounded. That's a good way, for example, to use the Hape to bring that clarity in our minds and to bring that clarity into our spirit, so we feel aligned and we feel here and grounded. But for example, if we are sick, you know, we also have an elder in the village, which we call like a doctor or the forest doctor, because if we are sick, you see, if we are sick, he goes to the forest and he will pick up the specific plants, and then we do these flower baths, you know, to wash whatever the energy is negative, you know, or whatever is there to like wash ourselves, but or even have like they will make like not like a smoke, but you know, and you can like breathe it in, and breathe it in. So also that is healing their spirit, but as well if you are sick physically, that also helps for the body to just feel better. So that's how they are working with the medicine outside of the ceremonies.
E o que não pode faltar também é a pintura no nosso rosto. Sempre estamos pintados. Né? Porque a pintura ela também fortalece o nosso espírito, ela também traz a proteção, né, para a nossa vida.
So as well for us is the face paint. So for us the face paint also like we are painting in the forest, so it brings that protection and also it brings that strength into our spirit. So that's also why the face paint is on our faces.
And the face paint from the forest, from different plants, colours?
Sim, sim. O povo Yawanawa ele usa as duas cores.
So in our culture we use two different face paints. So the one which is painted right now, it's nana. So it is from a seeds in the forest they brought here, but that one lasts long. If it's a really strong one, it's around 1 week till you can wash it away. Because now, for example, usually it's like 3-4 days. It's very much like it's literally cooked, and then you put the face, like you paint it on yourself and it stays. But then they have a red one, which is called Spashinti in their native language, or it's Urucum in Portuguese, when it's the red, but you can just, it has the same meaning, same purpose, but you can wash it away. So these are two colors, so black and red, that's what they use.
Sim, aí tem pinturas, né, também que são, já falando da pintura, são específicas para mulheres, só mulheres fazem esse tipo de pintura, e tem pintura que é feita somente nos homens.
So as well, there are specific, what we see the signs, there are specific face paint which is for women, there are specific face paint which are for men, for men it's like they have these warrior face paints, which for example, some of these face paint, they cannot be used on the children because they are just too strong for them to actually have that spirit on them. So that's why there is a specific face paint which is used for different people, men and women, and then also there are some which cannot be used for the children at all because it would just make them all over the place, and they would be
Ooh, I want to wrap this up.
And I don't want to.
I just want to say it's such an honour to be in your presence. I've been trying to hold it together. I think you radiate the spirit of the forest so much, and I'm gonna cry again. Sorry. And even the dog has come up and to be in your presence, but you just ooze that connection and that love.
Obrigado, gratidão.
Thank you.
Também queria aproveitar para agradecer, né, por essa oportunidade em poder expressar um pouco das minhas palavras, meu conhecimento.
So firstly, I also want to give thanks for this opportunity for me to share my culture, and also this is helping us to be stronger, and also for us to for me to share about my culture and share about the Yawanawa people. It brings that strength into me, and also brings the strength into our people, that we are actually reinforcing that strength of the indigenous people of the forest. And as well, I really want to give thanks that we are able to stay in this house, because the energy is so beautiful, that we feel so welcome here as well with my wife Vanu. I really want to just give thanks that we have this opportunity, because it's such a beautiful space, and he feels really, really good. He feels really well here, and as well, he just wants to say that he wants to give that blessings toward your journey, wherever you're going, whatever your wish is, have that blessing and have that light on your path, and big thank you.
Well, our paths will cross.
Non si va a incontrare di nuovo.
Sì, di nuovo.
Thank you so much for listening this podcast episode. Yawawai is a very, very close friend of mine. And please connect with us, connect with me. My name is Beata, and you can find all our information and how you can reach us down in the description, right? And as well, we are organizing festival in October this year in the forest, or if you feel the call to come to the Amazon forest, please reach out to us, please reach out to me. It is absolutely incredible experience. It is the experience when you are going to be on your deathbed, you will be so grateful that you actually had the chance to come to the Amazon forest and feel the Yawanawa people, celebrate with us, celebrate, play, let's have fun, and really be in that immersion and essence of the Amazon forest, and what does it mean to be the Yawanawa people. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. It was a real emotional experience to be in the presence of such fantastic energy. So guys, where are you not connecting to yourself with nature and your spirit within you? If you really did enjoy this episode, please comment below. We'd love to hear your feedback on this podcast today.